Have you ever wondered why some people don't celebrate Christmas? No, I mean really wonder. Because behind every quiet December, every skipped tradition, it's just another day, there's a psychology most people never talk about. Some avoid the season completely. Some stay home and disconnect. Others pretend it's normal while silently pulling back. But have you ever asked yourself why? Why don't they celebrate Christmas in the first place? And what does it secretly reveal about their psychology? Let me explain. There are 4 types of people when it comes to not celebrating Christmas, and they all have a different reason. Some obvious, some hidden, some deeply uncomfortable. Type 1, the escaper. You know the type. They disappear during the holidays, no decorations, no conversations. They shut the blinds and hope the season passes quickly. People think they're cold or antisocial, but deep down, they're often carrying emotional memories tied to Christmas, memories they'd rather not reopen. Maybe Christmas used to be chaotic. Maybe it was a time of conflict. Or maybe it highlighted what they didn't have: family, stability, love. For them, avoiding Christmas isn't avoidance of joy, it's protection. A way of saying, if I don't look at it, it can't hurt me. Type 2, the practical non-believer. These are the people who simply don't care for Christmas. Not in a bad way, just in a logical way. They don't buy gifts. They don't feel the magic. To them, it's just a date on a calendar. This type often values independence and rational thinking. They don't like performative traditions. They don't like social pressure. And they definitely don't like the idea that you have to feel a certain way just because the rest of the world does. Psychologists say this type is often linked to high autonomy and internal validation. They don't need a holiday to feel fulfilled. They don't need rituals to feel connected. If it doesn't feel authentic, they don't participate. Type 3, the quiet resenter. This one is subtle. They don't celebrate Christmas, but it's not because they don't want to. It's because Christmas reminds them of what they feel they should have but don't. A big family, a warm home, people to exchange gifts with, the kind of connections everyone posts online in December. This type often carries a quiet ache, a feeling of being on the outside, looking in. They avoid Christmas not out of indifference, but out of emotional self-preservation. Psychologists say for some, holidays intensify loneliness. Not celebrating becomes a way of avoiding disappointment. If nothing happens, they can't be let down. Now, this one is interesting. They don't celebrate Christmas, but not out of trauma, loneliness, or rebellion. They've simply crafted their own meaning. Maybe they spend the day working on personal goals. Maybe they travel. Maybe they treat it as a reset, a day for solitude, reflection, or peace. These people are deeply self-aware. They've learned to create their own traditions, their own sense of joy, their own definitions of fulfillment. They don't reject the holiday, they just redesign it. And that takes confidence most people never develop. Here's the twist. How someone doesn't celebrate Christmas reveals just as much psychology as how others do celebrate it. Every reaction, avoidance, indifference, resentment, or reinvention says something about the emotional world a person grew up in. So maybe the real question isn't why they don't celebrate. The real question is, what part of themselves are they trying to protect or rebuild by not celebrating? So, which one are you? The escaper? The practical non-believer? The quiet resenter? Or the self-grounded redefiner? If this made you see things differently, hit subscribe. We go deeper every day. Don't forget to like the video. It helps more people find messages like this. We're here to make sense of the beautiful, messy complexity of being human.